repetition, but it is the successive part of this.
No, but there must be some repetition to come to a successive part or not? In the first book you have bonjour, au revoir, bonne nuit, etc.
Yeah.
Second book, what is there? Se présenter all over again?
Yeah.
In what form?
Okay.
Are the same structures repeated in the lesson? In book 2 is a lesson on visitor de Zéon.
Yeah, there is a lesson, a visitor de Zéon.
What are the structures in that lesson?
This lesson is using the simple communication. Like
Yeah, but was that communication already seen in part 1 or
Yeah.
not? That's what I want to know.
Okay.
No. Is it using
Yes,
the
in the
structure
part
je m'appelle, je suis in lesson form in part 2?
In the part 1 we have in the sentences form.
Paragraph is given, picture,
Uh-huh.
and we have the following activities.
No. But the structures they learned in part 1. Comment tu t'appelles? Je m'appelle. J'habite.
It's different. There it's given in the balloon and now it's in the lesson.
Yeah, but the structure is the same, no?
In the first one we have the simple sentences.
You
And
just
the
have question
second one we
answer.
have the phrase to use it. This is
Then
the
now you
difference.
have a context in which it is.
Yeah, it is in the form of a paragraph.
Yeah.
So those
But
pictures-
there is repetition of the same
Structure
in a contextualized form.
Yes.
Right?
Then from lesson book 2 to book 3, like we have got the Julie Popillon wherein she is buying the clothes. And in book 3 we have got we go to do the shopping
With food.
with food. Yes.
But food is also there in book 2
Yes.
and book 1.
Yes. All the vegetables and fruits.
We have only, as I said, it's more lexical in book 1.
Yes.
Book 2, you use partitive.
Yes.
And book 3, it gets more into a more dialogue form. Okay?
Same with time part also.
So she's through?
Yeah. Okay, I'll say in part 1, we start with salutations.
What's your name? Simi. So that you don't pass. Rekha, थोड़ा ऐसे हो जाओ कि आप लिस्टिंग को बैक करें. So you know now we are in a circle. We are in a more communicative way. Now we can see each other. Are you comfortable, Simi, या थोड़ा ऐसे हटवाया? आप भी आ जाओ, बिना थोड़ा आगे आ जाओ, साइड में आ जाओ. Very good. Now we can all see.
Okay.
See, in 2 minutes we changed. When I came, you all were sitting.
Like student in the classroom.
Yeah. Sorry, Sushil's group had to.
Okay. In part 1,
You can help him, huh?
we started with the salutations
Yeah.
and introduction to various countries, French-speaking, non-French-speaking, their emblems, their flags, the basics of food, and the basic verbs like avoir. And all that. And generally they have been introduced in a standalone fashion.
Standing. Very good.
Okay.
Without a well, not a real context. The picture gives the context.
In part 2, then you have, presenting self. How do you pose questions to find out about others? Describe a person, accept an invitation or decline an invitation. And most of the time, we are talking in context of some situations and not in standalone fashion.
Okay, that's book 2.
Book 2.
Some articles.
Yeah. Please.
There are articles and prepositions in books that we get. In book there some higher level, some.
But does book 3 repeat anything on the other 2 books?
Yeah.
What?
Some.
It is repeated, but then it comes into a more formal way. like for example in an official way, and how we have to act it, as you told earlier, that how we have to act in the different situations. So same like we tend to we have to teach children, like it becomes in a more formal way. So when we start from the basics, children are like that, then upper, then here it becomes more formal. Though these are repeated, but it is not. Now we have to teach them in a very formal way.
Okay.
In book third, there is a future and some imperative.
Imperative is in book 2 also.
In book also, but in book third.
Okay.
This one is
Yeah.
With the pronouns, it is there. Imperative in book.
So now what is happening with all this repetition? You all are saying it, but you go ahead.
Children tend to forget very basic things when you teach them in a one class. So we have to repeat again and again so that it should constantly come in their mind, and then they.
But if you only repeat it, they will get bored. So after repetition, you are
adding more into the dialect. Yeah, we are adding. Yeah, we are adding the events. We are adding the situations. We are adding all these.
And this is also something of approach communication. It is called progression en spiral. Spiral progression, which means that you move, you go ahead, you come back, you go ahead, and a little more from the coming back. So there's repetition, but always with this thing of reminding and moving forward. And this exactly helps to reinforce what has been previously learned. So this is also a part of communicative approach, which is called progression en spiral. And this is exactly what I wanted you all to come to, this conclusion, that it is not, you're not learning in a linear fashion. Iske baad this. Part 1 will be this, part 2 will be this, part 3 will be this, and there will be 3 distinct parts. But each part is referring to the previous part and then going, as you said, one step forward. Adding something new but repeating something old. And this is very important when you have to learn. It's called progression en spiral. Okay, so this is what I wanted you to find out by this little exercise of working on the 3 books together. Okay, now look at the first pages of all the books. Anyone? Called the Table de Merci. Table de Merci. What do you have over here?
Science.
Yeah. Now, what are the signs that you have? Read, écrit, observe, écoute, repeat. You have these 5 signs. Now, find out what are the different activities using these signs. Again, you can go back to your groups if you like. I mean, these signs are used with what type of activities? Again, come back.